Hi everyone, it's Julie from That's So Jules. Today I will be showing you the expansion pack add-on for the mustard seed wallet. I do have a tutorial for the original version, the video before this one. And this expansion pack has so many different options. I am just going to show how to do these add-on exterior pieces on this video. If you need any help with the entire construction of the remainder of the wallet, be sure to check out my other video. This is the wraparound with the snap tab that we will be going over first. And that just clicks in place here. I got this beautiful leopard vinyl from Weft and Warp. It's so pretty. And this is the Mora faux leather from Emmeline. I'm also going to be showing you this add-on. This beautiful floral vinyl is from Blended Thread Fabric. This is called the Midnight Garden. Now this features the Rivet Snap Tab as well as the Accordion zipper pocket. And this is great for just little coins. If you have any questions, comments, be sure to leave them in the comment below. I will link all of the materials I used in the description as well as where you can get the pattern. I'd love to see your makes, your bags, your wallets. Be sure to join my Facebook group, That's So Jules. Also, you can join Cherishing Today Designs Facebook group and show off all your cute wallets in there. So let's get started.
I like to share that vintage stream.
For the wraparound version, you'll need your exterior piece, your wraparound snap tab piece, as well as the mirrored snap tab piece and your snaps. We're going to start with our wraparound snap tab and our mirrored snap tab. We're going to begin by drawing a line 3/8 inch on the straight edge of the mirrored snap tab. And go ahead and place some double-sided tape right below that line, as well as on the other 3 edges. Let's peel that tape off. And then go ahead and just line that up nicely with the wraparound snap tab. Now on the right side of our tab, we want to mark 3/8 inch on either side. This is going to be our beginning and end points for our top stitching. And now that we have those marked, we're going to top stitch starting at that first line, make our way around and ending at the second. Be sure to pull your thread tails long before you begin this top stitch. We're not going to back stitch, we're going to tie them off. So pull the thread tails long, make your way around the tab, and then at the end, again, pull the thread tails long. And this is called a tail finishing technique. It will be used throughout the construction of this wallet. And once you have those thread tails, you can go ahead and pull the exterior thread back through to the back, just like so. So you can see that there's no back stitching on the front and you've got those 2 threads on the back. Now we're going to grab a needle and thread both of those thread tails. And this is because you will see this on the exterior and interior, so we want to make sure it has a clean finish. Go ahead and just poke that right through the first hole that your needle made when you were top stitching. And we're going to tie that off in between the 2 layers. So as you can see here, the thread is in between the 2 layers, the beautiful finish. So we're going to repeat this on the other side, and then we will tie them off after. And now you'll just want to make a couple knots. I usually do 3, but you can do anywhere from 2 to 4. And that will just secure the beginning and end of your top stitching without needing to backstitch. And this is what it should look like. Now we're going to apply some double-sided tape to both long edges as well as this flap right under this tab here. And this is what it should look like. Now we're going to lay our exterior right side up, and using a chalk pencil we're going to measure 1 1/4 inch from each long edge. Now we can peel off our tape, and we're going to stick our wraparound snap tab onto that exterior piece. So start by lining up the long edges and opening up that flat portion, and we're going to stick that down first, making sure that everything is aligning nicely with the marks that you made earlier. And just kind of make sure everything is as straight as you can get it, and stick that down. Now we're going to start again right where we left off and make our way down. And we want to stop about 1/8 inch from that bottom edge. And this is what you should be left with after. You should have some thread tails at your beginning and end points. At the tab end, we are going to repeat what we did before with the tail finishing technique. Go ahead and pull that thread towards the back, thread it with the needle, and we're just going to put it right in between the 2 layers and tie them off. And on the other end, we don't need to go in between 2 layers, so you can just pull the front thread back towards the back and just tie those off. And now you are finished with your beautiful top stitching. Now you're going to want to use the pattern pieces as a guide for your snaps and just get those installed. Be sure to put them on the correct direction, and this wraparound tab is complete. Now let's learn how to do the zipper pocket version. You're going to need your exterior piece cut out as well as your 2 mirrored tab versions. We're going to also need our accordion pocket and our back pocket, as well as a 4-inch zipper and a zipper pull and your snaps. Start by measuring 5/8 inch from the bottom left side of your zipper tape. We're going to pull apart a little bit of the teeth here so that we can fold over the left side. What we want to do is make a 90-degree angle. Many people sew across this part. I find it easiest just to use a little bit of super glue and clip it down. I just always struggle with my needle and the teeth and the whole thing. So that is my tip for the day, is to use a little bit of glue. So now we're just going to fold that over like so. Again, if you didn't want to use the glue, right here is where you would stitch that closed or hand sew it. I'm just going to clip that in place, and it will be dry in a few seconds as we proceed to the next step. Now we can add our zipper pull. We're going to open the bottom here and just slide that on. Now we want to measure 3 5/8 inch from left to right on our zipper tape and just make a little mark there. And you're going to want to stitch over your teeth on the inside of the marks that you just made. This will just close it off so that your zipper pull doesn't fall off while you're sewing. Now we're going to grab our back pocket, and being sure that you're laying the right side up, we're going to align the top of the zipper tape, right side up as well, to the top of that back pocket. And we're going to baste this in place at 1/8 inch. I forgot to trim my zipper tape earlier, but if you follow the directions, yours should already be trimmed. I'm just trimming mine now. It should be the same width as your pocket. Now grab your accordion pocket, and we're going to fold this in half with the wrong sides together, aligning the long edges together. And we're going to top stitch that folded edge at 1/8 inch. Now on the wrong side of the zipper tape, we're going to make a mark right across here at 3/8 inch. It's kind of hard to see here, but I have a line straight across the entire length at 3/8 inch. We're going to add some double-sided tape right below that line. Now we can peel that off, and we're going to align the left edge of the zipper tape with the left edge of the accordion pocket, just like so. So the folded edge should be meeting the line that we just drew, and this is how it should look. Next, you're going to want to make a mark on either short edge of this zipper cutout at 1/4 inch. Again, it's a little difficult to see, but I have a line 1/4 inch away from either of those short edges. And place some double-sided tape below and above the zipper cutout as well. Go ahead and peel that off. What we're going to be doing next is centering the zipper teeth in between the zipper cutout, and it should align with those markings that you just made, and that will kind of help guide you to get it nice and centered. So it aligns nicely with that line right here. We're going to place some tape right here just to keep our pocket down. That's on the inner side of the cutout for our pocket. Now we're going to top stitch across right here and down the left side, being sure to use that tail finishing technique that we used earlier by pulling our thread tails long and tying them off afterwards. And this is what you should be left with at this point. Now we want to draw a line 1 inch away from that short edge. Now once you have that line drawn, what we want to do is fold the edge right on that line, using that as your guide. You should be folding this toward your exterior. Go ahead and place a couple clips on the fold. And we are going to top stitch here at 1/8 inch. And this is what you should be left with. We're going to be placing some double-sided tape to the right side of that zipper opening. And we're going to just peel that tape off and stick the raw edge of that flap right onto that double-sided sticky tape. Next, place some double-sided tape right over what you just placed down. We're just going to use this to adhere the back pocket. So go ahead and peel that off and then just lay the back pocket right on top of that. Now we're going to top stitch the remainder of this zipper here. We're going to start where we left off before, make our way around, and end where we ended before as well, being sure to do the tail finishing technique that we were doing earlier. And this is what you should be left with at this point. We are almost done. We're just going to add our tabs here. But before we can do that, we're going to close off this pocket. So I'm just going to trim about 1/4 inch off the bottom. And then pulling the exterior out of the way, we're going to sew across the bottom and the remainder of that right side and close the pocket off. And go ahead and trim those corners just so that they're out of the way when you do your final construction. At this point, you should have a functioning accordion pocket. So let's get the snap tab added on and we will be done. I am doing the rivet version of the snap tab, so I've got my mirrored tabs here. We're going to just stick them together with some double-sided tape. And starting at the bottom left corner, we're going to top stitch at 1/8 inch around the entire tab. Now before we attach this, just pay attention to which side you want to be your back, which side you want to be your front. I just kind of laid it to determine how I wanted it to lay before I punched any holes. So I want mine to start on that zipper side. So I'm going to make my markings on the interior part, the wrong side of my exterior piece. For the rivet tab, you want to mark 7/8 inch up. If you were doing the other tab, it would be a different measurement. Now we're just going to poke our holes using the pattern piece. And we are poking 3 for this one because I'm doing the rivets. Otherwise, you would just have the one on the top for your snap. Go ahead and stick some double-sided sticky tape down and place your tab in place. I used my stiletto to make my initial markings, but I'm going to use my hole punch here to get the right hole punch size for the hardware. Now go ahead and install your rivets and or your snaps, being sure again that everything is laying the correct direction before you install them. And now you have completed your zipper add-on as well as the Rivet Tab add-on. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and thanks for joining me today. If you have any other questions, be sure to let me know below. Happy sewing, and I can't wait to see your wallets!